one more thing. And it's really important. And, well, a couple things. Because I gave up certain things doesn't mean that I don't desire. What happens when you give yourself to the Lord, to God, to Jesus, to the Holy Spirit, to whomever they're all working together. When you give your life over, the desires change. So, where I used to desire, I want to have these shows, I want to travel the world, I want to have my work appreciated, I want, right? Not that it's a bad intention, it's not, because artwork touches people's lives, but then my life changes even more so, which I've been working on this for years, by the way, and in preparation. There is a method to the madness, and I get told what to do all the time from God. And sometimes I fight it, and sometimes I'm learning lessons, and it's just been this crazy journey. But since being here and being in the community, seeing what the community needs, what I have personally gone through financially with my business, personally, I got to see and am seeing the needs of the people. And so I have been writing in my journal for the last year ideas of what I would like to create. There's a lot of women down here that are divorced, left with nothing, trying to start businesses, and the community is not set up for them. There are college kids that are trying to work and or start their own business, people in the arts. There's no room for them. What I dislike is, I understand that we need money, but when you value a property beyond a human being, it's not okay. So we have to have places available for people to be able to thrive, to live, to heal, to reconnect if they've been through, who even knows, abuse, physical abuse, sexual abuse, and their lives have taken them down this path and they're needing to restart. Where's the community that is allowing for that, that has the preachers and... I get it, but not everybody's comfortable in a church setting, right? I understand. I grew up in the church. I had a great church family, but not everybody does. And so where's the community that brings in... Because even to go see a psychologist, it's like $300. I mean, anybody that doesn't have means, it's in need, they don't have that money. They're not being educated. And yes, there's probably some facilities that help, but I just haven't seen them the way that they need to be. And, I told you I was going into Panama City, and I did. And that community really needs people. And even this very lush, privileged community needs someone too. They need help too. There's so much help. And maybe that's why I'm here. My desire to have a property has changed, and it's been morphing. It was more like, even this place, I wanted to get a 2-bedroom because, oh my God, I want to have this 2-bedroom. Can you make it possible? I want to have a space for people to come and just heal, be away from the world, get nutrients, spiritual nutrients, and love and encouragement, and then I can send them back out, right? And so even with this small space, that was my motivation. And as I've been down here, I've looked at tons of properties. And I know that sounds crazy. I don't really care. People have thought I was crazy forever and said things, and why are you doing this, and why are you wearing this, and why? And it's just like, you could say it and think it. It's not going to change my route. So Yes, I've had no money and still looking at beachfront properties. Because you want to know why? Because I have faith and I know destiny and I know my destiny. And it doesn't mean that I don't get nervous about it. Uh, I mean, it's to me, it's just more like, okay, am I about to have to like put on the armor and like let me get ready for the strength that I'm about to need? That's really just it. But the challenge and getting things done is and not having and how are you going to do this, like that has never bothered me. I have always been like, okay, this is what we're doing, all right, you're going to see it through, what do you need me to do, okay, I'll do this, you come through, it gets done. So anyways, long story short, not really, there's this property that I have been looking at and it's on the beach, it's an inlet beach, and it's on the corner, and it's probably been there forever because it's really small, it hasn't been redone yet. And I actually I'm pretty sure he's the owner. It was a few weeks ago, and God was like, talk to him, and I didn't. And I was like, oh, I don't know, I'm nervous, which is so not like me. But I think it was, well, it could have been the devil. I mean, it was an overwhelming feeling of, Kara, you have nothing, and you're going to go talk to this man about buying this property. You shouldn't. But then there was this other voice that was like, go say something. Because this person, you can tell, has been there forever. And a lot of times these people do not want to sell their properties to have some huge house go up that's got 20 bedrooms, that's rented out. I mean, we'd like to keep it, especially Inlet is trying to keep it a small beach community, which is really hard in these days where people are buying in order to make money. Anyways, so the property that I have wanted has it's kind of morphed. When I first got down here, I'm like, oh, I want it for me. This is going to do great, and it's going to have a gallery in it and my studio, and we can do shows and bring the community in. So I've always been kind of community driven, I guess. But then it kind of morphed. And as I've lived here, like it would be really cool because I see what's here and what's not here and the type of people and the season, and I've been paying attention, a lot of attention. And so then I was like, okay, people are here and they're at the beach most of the time, but sometimes they want breaks, sometimes they don't. So having something on the beach where people could come up and just have a place that is a sanctuary. It's a safe place. There's books, there's tea, there's ice cream. There is an energy and opportunity to connect and heal, or just be silent and know that you're in a safe place, right? The vibrations coming off of it. And so that has then morphed. And so I really would like to get this property. And I just had some devotional time with God, so we've been talking about it. And I don't know if it's this specific property or if it's going to be another property, but my goal is to have a property that is not only a space like that, but can also hold service. And then I want there to be a couple bedrooms that can hold people that maybe need some time to heal, because I have needed that and it has changed my life. So if I can supply that space, that place for nurturing and guidance, and have people come in, have yoga teachers, have different pastors or different life coaches. Not everybody likes the word pastor. I get it. I'm trying to change the brand of God to something that you guys will understand and know that it's really cool, and it's not this old stuffy, you can't have fun, you can't do this, you don't have a life. It's such the opposite of that. It's the only way that you're going to find true joy and happiness and healing. True joy. That's the only way. And you guys can buy as much stuff as you want. You can go on as many trips as you want. You can move around the country trying to find your perfect place. But if you're not with him, you'll never have it. So if I can supply a place for that to grow in other humans and other souls, and it's connected to a public beach, which means there's parking, so it seems pretty perfect. Prophesizing. Anyways, I've done this before many times. If you go in my journals, you can see it, and then it comes to. So I am not quitting. my desires might have changed, but that's for the good. And if that means, I don't know what that means, but I just know. I don't want you guys to think that I'm like, well, if I'm supposed to leave, I leave and the mission's over. Like, no, the mission's not ever over. And I know what's coming. I've always known. That's why it's so easy to get through it, in the sense that I just always know. And most people think I'm absolutely nuts. And I don't care, because being crazy is pretty cool. It means you have faith. It means that you believe in something beyond what's predicted and normal, and you don't need to know exactly what's going to happen. You know what I mean? I don't need to have it planned out exactly. There's no logical way that someone would be like, oh yeah, that's going to totally happen. You're about to get evicted and you're going to buy a beachfront property? Sure, Kara. Whatever. And that was one of the reasons why some of my relationships didn't work out. They didn't have the faith. And so here I come with these ideas, and I'm talking to God, and I'm like, yeah, this is what we're doing. And I shoot them down. Like, shoot my balloon in my dreams. Like, this can happen. You have to believe. You have to have faith in the most trying times. And I really do believe I've been kind of tucked away in preparation and healing and studying and getting ready. And he has changed my character. He's evolved my character. The battles that I have been through life and back, through death and back, and the perseverance that has come with that, the strength, the faith. My faith has grown so much, I can't even tell you. It's insane. And every day it changes. Every day it's evolving, because I'm in it. I'm in the Word. I'm trusting. I'm talking to God. I'm surrendering. But I'm not quitting. So we'll see.